Alright, this is the highlight video for November 22nd, Friday from GreatStockPicks.com's live trading chat room. One of the calls today, we didn't even have this one on watch. It's Lionsgate. I guess this is the Hunger Games weekend. And I saw this one, somebody had mentioned it earlier, so I kind of had it on my radar. But you can picture that it's breaking a trend line right here on this candle. And you can see the volume spike. On this candle, you're breaking the trend line and you get the volume spike. So I went ahead and just called this as a trade right here. I said, guys, it's breaking a trend line. You're getting volume. The idea was 33.08, which is right where it was when I mentioned it. So the next candle might have started. Worst case stop is going to go below this candle, 32.95, I believe. 32.94, I'm sorry. Anyway, so you had the trend line break, the volume, and you had maybe some people wanting to dive into this one before the Hunger Games weekend, right? Sometimes these things just work out that easy. It was the volume spike that drew my attention to it and just made the call right there with a stop below that green candle. There's really nothing fancy going on there, right? And all of a sudden, next thing you know, we're at the high of the day and still climbing. This thing went all the way to 34. Told everybody I don't mean this for an overnight. You never know. There might be a sell the news deal, but that was a great run there. From 33.08, almost a buck. I mean, 92-cent move in our favor on 14 cents risk. Love when they fall into your lap like that. AMT just looked like this. Nothing really fancy here. It's just been selling off all morning. Put in this green candle here. But if you couple that with, I'll bring over the small version of the daily chart. This is an intraday. There's the daily chart. This purple line right here, this was the 200-day. So you're selling off all morning and you're hitting the 200-day. I said there might be a bounce there. So I went ahead and called it long over this green candle with a stop below this green candle. 76.43, 76.21 stop. And that was the low candle of the day. And ended up closing at the highs of the bounce, if you will. Went to 77.31. So 88 cents in our favor on 22 cents risk. GameStop. GME. Had that big sell-off yesterday and a nice rebound. And what I liked about it here, here's the opening 5-minute candle today. Okay, so it had resistance at 50. But what I liked about it here is after the initial sell-off, then you had this little base right here, right? And I'm thinking we're going to break that and go to the high of the day. Look what it did instead. It broke down, but did not follow through. That was as low as it got. So after the breakdown of this little base, you'd expect it to push through the low of the day, and it didn't. So when it came right back up and took out this base to the upside, I went ahead and called it long, 49.44. So the next candle started with a 49.34 stop. So it was really on this candle. So only a dime risk, and this doesn't look like very much, but it made it to 50. Actually 50.01. So 57-cent move in our favor on a dime risk. We were never underwater in that one. And a couple big calls by one of our all-star moderators, Kevin. One of them was Ross Stores. You had the really big gap down here today, and then it came up nearing the high of the day and kind of started a sideways little flag. You can see it better on 2-minute candles, but I'll just show it to you on 5s. Kevin's idea was just above this little flag here, 74.20. Worst case stop is going to be right below the whole number 74. So 21 cents risk, and that thing just climbed the rest of the day. Really nice call by Kevin. Again, because of the big gap, this doesn't look like that big of a move. But this thing actually from 74.20 went to 76.40. $2.20 at its best from Kevin's call. Only 21 cents risk that never came close to stopping out. And Kevin also called Autodesk. He actually called this twice. I believe his first call was like right here. I don't have the exact number. I think right there on that green candle. And it went up over a buck from there. But it all happened like 5 or 6 minutes in, and there was no clearly defined stop. But then the second time he called it 44.76, which I believe was just right, maybe right there. After this little base, it started back up 44.76, and it almost got back to the high of the day. It went to 45.91, so $1.15 in our favor on only a 15 cents risk. And so 2 really nice calls by Kevin. That is the highlights for the day. There were some other trades, some what I call sandwich money trades, where I made a little bit and it didn't follow through, but 15, 20 cents here and there. It all adds up, guys. So Great teamwork in the chat room as always, guys. And we'll see you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.